Hello, hello, hello. This is Attorney Mike Gravel coming to you from an undisclosed location with flamingos. I got a couple. You can blame MGT and Zach over at Law Nerds Unite for this. I haven't seen them, but I did preview them for like a second each. They look like they really have potential. Let's do this thing, shall we?
And Ms. Trees Paying, you can come on the Zoom call there.
Okay. Am I on?
You are.
Okay.
What's this all about?
The woman's crazy.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's okay. You're not going to get very far with me speaking about someone who's not here.
Okay.
And, you've laughed a couple of times right now. I don't think these are laughing matters. I don't think any of them are. And so, there's some things in there that, again, I want to know what this is all about. I say you made a post on, at some point. I see what she sent you, it's not pleasant. I will grant you that. But it seems to me like there's something more going on here. And that's what I'm trying to get to the bottom of.
Okay. So let's say this all started back in 1999. I used to date her child's father.
The 26-year grudge.
25 years ago. At that time, they just had a baby together, and he was with me. This is how it all started.
Okay, no, that's why I'm asking.
Okay, all I know is that I don't know anything about her except for that she's moved back to Washington a couple months ago, and this is where it's now at now.
Well, have you not heard from her for 25 years and then all of a sudden she's back, or just come out of nowhere, or what exactly?
Okay, so my son, who is almost 20, his father, his dad's half brother was married to this woman.
And is that the same person that you had a relationship with?
Yes.
I already need a spreadsheet. I can tell you right now.
Okay.
And so how I wanted to include those pictures. I'm sorry, they are not very large.
Of the text?
So, well, no, I don't know. Do you see that there's 2 pictures included?
Well, yeah, there's a family picture, looks like.
Okay.
Is that the one that says, happy 25th birthday, Sister Lou?
Yes. Okay. So this is my son. This is my son. He was about 5 years old.
Right.
And so whenever this was posted back in August, my son came to me asking, who are these people? Is this part of my family? And so when my son shows me the picture or shows me the thing on Facebook on his phone, I said, are you serious? The one that he's sitting next to is Kimberly Crossland. She's the one that I am seeking an order on.
Right.
The other 2 women are 2 women that when my son's father and I were together for many years, these are 2 women that he left us for. He left Talon, my son Talon, his father left us multiple times for these other 2 women. So my son is asking me, well, why is she posting pictures of women that my dad cheated on you with? My son requested on Facebook to have the picture removed because he did not find it appropriate. It did not make him feel good. So that was that.
Nisqually's all in on this soap opera. That's hilarious.
And so then I posted on September 2nd what I posted.
Which is, I have to tell you, that's not a very pleasant post either, I don't think.
No, but there's nothing wrong with the post. It's completely honest.
Okay.
And so from there,
Is that when she posted in response, the other post?
and then so from there, you go to this Alexis Rosado or something,
And I don't know,
which
who is
is
that?
that is the daughter. That is her daughter. That is the daughter, the baby from 25 years ago.
All right.
Okay.
So what's going to happen today, ma'am, is, again, I'm not going to enter a temporary order, but we'll set it for hearing. And you need to be back on, it'll be on September 15th, a week from Monday at 9 a.m. A copy of this is going to get emailed to you. You're going to need to
September 15th. Somebody mark that. If this soap opera goes, I want to be there.
get her served. And then everybody's going to need to appear. Does she live here locally?
Okay, so that's the problem. And so yesterday morning, when about 9:30, I was outside on my back porch, and all of a sudden a car was driving by my house, and I said, "Oh my gosh, I swear that it was Kim in the passenger seat." So I go out to the middle of my street, looking up at this car who just keeps on going. Well, it's a dead end road. So they had to turn around. Then they realized there was another side little exit road that they could take. Okay, long story short, I got in my car and I followed the car to verify that it was Kim driving past my house. So
Okay, that's some psycho stuff right there. Right there. This is
it was, because I ended up having 4 different police officers at the scene, which one was a Thurston County sheriff. The other 3 were 3 Tenino police officers. When I called the Tenino Police Department this morning, she said that it should be seen that there was a Thurston County sheriff that was arrived
So
at the
ma'am,
scene.
and again, I did see all that in your petition that the police were there, but what we're going to do today is we'll set it for hearing. You'll need to get her served. And then everybody will convene on the 15th, and then a judge can sort all this out as to whether an order is
Okay.
appropriate.
So I don't know where she lives. They wouldn't give me her address.
You're going to have to get her served somehow, whether you go to law enforcement or not. But I mean, you're going to
Well,
need to get her served.
I did go to law enforcement and they said that they have her information, but they can't give it to me.
You know, I don't know what I don't have her information, and I don't, most of the time in these sorts of orders, people kind of know who the other person is.
get an attorney or at least get a skip tracer and figure it out. Otherwise, judge doesn't have jurisdiction and we're all wasting our time.
No.
But you're going to have to figure out where she is and how to get her served. And that's about the best advice I could give you. The
Okay.
only advice I can give you.
And okay, and in regards to my other evidence with her texting my cell phone out of nowhere.
You can present all that at the hearing on the 15th.
Okay, because I mean, just to make sure, I want to state this, that not only am I a disabled adult, my daughter is a disabled child. And so we're both vulnerable, and she is not only attacking me and my daughter in these text messages. I don't know how she got my phone number. I don't know how she found out where I lived. She told the police officer yesterday that she was driving past my house to get my address. Well, if she needed to get my address, how did she already know where I live?
Okay, ma'am, I don't know the answer to that. I've told you what I'm going to do here today, and that's what this case is set for hearing.
Well, I don't know if any of your story is true, but someone could point out the house to her, but she doesn't actually have the address. So you'd have to drive by and look at what's marked. This isn't rocket science.
You'll need to get her served, and then both parties will be here to figure everything out.
Okay, well, do you recommend I call the Thurston County Sheriff's Department since they're the
I,
ones
don't-
that
I,
showed
I
up?
really can't, I'm not in position to give you recommendations as to what to do. I don't, I can't give you advice as to how to go about doing it. You don't want me giving her advice because I suspect there's two sides to every story. I suspect there's going to be two sides to this story as well. And
No.
neither side's going to be wanting me giving recommendations to either one. And I can't do that.
And both sides are going to be a big, fat, dramatic lie. Oh, it's going to be good.
Okay, well, it's just I'm not the one that's contacted them. They're the ones that went out to contact me. They're the ones that went out to drive past my house, and now I'm stuck here not knowing where this crazy woman lives.
Okay. And so it'll set for hearing on the 15th. You'll need to figure out a way to get her served, and then we'll be back here on that date.
Okay, so do I just continue calling the police when I see her driving past my house?
So, ma'am, I can't give you any advice any more than that. You're coming to court asking for a hearing on an anti-harassment order. I'm setting that hearing, and I can't do that. That's kind of the end of what I'm doing here.
Okay. Well, just being a single disabled mom, I feel my daughter and my life is at risk because of this woman driving by. So I sure hope that nothing happens. In the meantime, I'm fearful for my life, and I will be here next week at court. Thank you.
You're welcome. And you're free to leave the Zoom call.
Great Northwest Towing.
I'm representing Great Northwest Towing, Your Honor.
Thank you, Ms. Sellers. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
And is there somebody from Lacey Police Department?
No, there shouldn't be anybody from Lacey Police Department. I'm Lacey, so that's probably, it gets confused all the time, Your Honor.
There was no police involved in it.
Who requested the impound, Ms. Sellers?
The vehicle was actually parked outside of our facility, and a driver was bringing in another vehicle to put in the impound yard, and this vehicle was parked blocking the impound gates. So he had to move it to be able to bring a vehicle in the yard. The yard actually opens out towards the roadway.
Okay. Yeah,
And I put a map overlay of where the vehicle was parked, and the truck bringing in the tow truck, or the tow truck that was bringing in a vehicle, is a flatbed that has a 21-foot deck. It's an extended cab. It's very lengthy.
Okay, let me take a look at what's in the file here.
Sure.
Josh.
Anxiety leads to constipation.
Ms. Treckman, did you get the vehicle back?
No.
Your Honor.
Yeah, I'm gonna go more. I just want,
Okay,
so you haven't redeemed it.
no.
It looks like you showed up the next day, so you didn't get it out of impound.
Attention, esteemed viewers. If you are hearing this message, it means that you are sadly witnessing a dark moment in the history of legal discourse. Yes, it's true. Law Talk with Mike is experiencing what we in the business call a plot hole size lull. This is, of course, due entirely to Mike's, let's say, ambitious approach to preparation. And by ambitious, I mean utterly devoid. Yes, the very fabric of our legal system, as represented by this live stream, has encountered a, shall we say, temporal anomaly. A glitch, a hiccup, a veritable vacuum of action. And who is to blame? Why none other than our esteemed yet woefully unprepared host, Mike. So sit back, relax, maybe grab a snack. This musical interlude is just gonna be a thing. We'll get back to the legal stuff eventually, probably. So to fill the gaping void where insightful legal analysis should be, and due to a lack of any ability to keep your attention, Mike has in his infinite wisdom decided to subject you to this artistic expression. God help us all, please do not hold Mike accountable for this. Bless his heart, Mike didn't quite foresee these moments of dead air when he planned for this whole thing. He clearly has no idea what he's doing. So sit back, relax, and maybe grab a snack. This musical interlude is just gonna be a thing. We'll get back to the legal stuff eventually, probably.
So Ms. Sellers, the position of Northwest Towing is that the vehicle was on private non-residential property, and the property had been properly posted with a no parking sign, which allows immediate impoundment. Is that the position, Northwest Towing?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm gonna get to you, don't worry.
Okay, thank you.
I'm gonna look at all the documents.
Thank you.
And looking at the photos, Ms. Sellers, there are a number of photos of the vehicle. Most of the photos just show the vehicle being attached to the tow. I do see that there's a fence behind, and then on the last photo, on the fence, there appears to be a sign saying no parking Northwest Towing. Is that in the space from which the vehicle was impounded? Was that right where they parked next to the sign?
There's several signs outside the gate. They're periodically posted. So it's a 1-lane or it's a 2-lane road, not like more like a residential road that goes down to a dead end. And the signs are posted out facing towards the road. So it's not like they're coming into a parking lot or anything like that. And the signs right outside there, I think there's 4 of them along the property. It's a 2-acre parcel.
Okay, so give me some idea, because you included in the exhibits a copy of the sign on the fence.
Sure.
Do you have any idea where the car was in relation to the sign?
I don't, I wasn't there at the time that it was impounded, Your Honor, but if I was to guess, I would say it's to the left of the part of the gate that opens.
Okay. All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so I'm now looking at what'd you do? Use a drone to get the yard overview?
No, I actually went to the county website just to get the overlay and tried to find a picture so that I could see, so that it would show the fence line and where the openings are. It's just hard when it's a small road like that to be able to maneuver a vehicle that's that long. It's not like a semi where there's pivot points. It's like, you know, an extended cab with 21 foot of deck. So it's like, I don't know, 35 feet long. And so you have a big swing to be able to swing into the yard to be able to unload cars. So I was just trying to show where the gates are and show where the car was parked.
Have you looked at the file?
No, but I have things to say about that. The gate slides open and it is a dead end, and where the car was parked, it was before the fence, after the first gate, it was parked right there. And the truck doesn't have to, it can't come from this way to get in, because this way is a dead end. So it comes from this way, and my car was not in the way of the gate at all, period. And I sent pictures that says there are signs there, but they don't say no parking. I took pictures of up and down that whole fence where my car was, and there are signs, but it just says the Northwest Towing sign. That's all it says. The car was not parked in blocking anything, parked and it did not say no parking, no towaway zone or towaway zone. It didn't say any of that. And when I went on the 29th to talk to him about my car, I talked to some Gavin gentleman, and he said he didn't have anything to do with it, but his name is on the paper, you know, that gave the permission to have my car towed, whatever 10 feet into the gate, to charge me all this money. And I had just gotten it out of impound because I ran out of gas on the highway, and the state patrol had my car towed. I was walking to the gas station to get gas for my car, and so I actually paid almost $600 the same day to get my car out of impound. Had to pay somebody to tow it over to this place to get the blow and go recalibrated, because my battery was dead from the other tow yard because they left the lights on. And so I didn't see any pictures of my car blocking anything. They didn't show me any of that. And it's in less than 6 hours, my car was towed again, and I'm trying to get charged more impound fees. And I have a part-time job, and I've had to miss so much work with the first impound. Then I came back here because I live in Washougal now. And so I had to take time off to come back again and do all this. And it's so frustrating because we made sure that when it got towed over there, to push it out so it wasn't blocking any gates anywhere to get in.
Yeah.
Because it had the same company that is in with the tow that shares the same yard does blow and go, and we left two messages on their machines because it was after hours. And then we called the next morning to tell them that it was outside the gates for them to fix it because they had it locked out also. And so, and then that's when we found out it had been towed.
Your Honor, can I say something?
Yeah, I'll get you in a
All
minute.
right. It's in there? Huh? I'll just shut it.
So,
No, you know.
Ms. Sellers, I've been looking at the signs. I see there's signs for Great Northwest Towing and they have a phone number, but I don't see a no parking on it.
They say unauthorized vehicles will be towed 24 hours a day.
That's what the language up above Great Northwest Towing says. I
Yes, Your
can't
Honor.
read that on the photos I see.
I can go get one if you want me to go bring one in. So
No. I mean, you can, you're under oath, so you can tell me.
Yes, Your
And
Honor.
you told me that that's the language that I can see, but I can't read that's above the Great
Right.
Northwest. Okay, so you didn't see that?
No, they're on the side over here where there's a fence that opens outwards or whatever. There was another sign. I don't know what that sign said. But the signs the pictures that I took that I sent in for evidence, I did not see anywhere that it said no parking. Totally.
We're being told that it's the language that's up above Great Northwest Towing. There is language up there. I
Okay,
can't see it on the
I
photo.
did.
So apparently it says unauthorized vehicles will be towed.
I didn't see that part. I just took pictures of the whole fence and the signs and all that. So. But it was there to get fixed and.
It's kind of ironic that your car got towed
Yeah,
twice the same
I can
day.
show you everything that I had to pay for
No,
the same
you don't
day.
have to do that. I understand.
It was like $572.
One overview. Okay. All right. So if you'll come on up here. And what I'm doing, Ms. Sellers, is showing her the overview since she doesn't have the screen here. So
Yes, sir.
this is what was submitted by Northwest Towing.
Okay,
This is the gate, and they marked your car as being right
No,
there.
it was not. My car was right in between there and there.
Okay.
And the gate opens.
No, that's clear. There's no doubt about that.
Mhm. Yeah, my car was not right there. And where's the picture?
Can I see it?
How long was the car there?
Just overnight. It was the next day. It was supposed to be fixed, have the logo recalibrated, but my battery was dead. I had to have it towed over there. And we made sure it was not blocking any gates.
Were the two of you there?
Yes.
Okay.
And the person that towed it, actually.
This is a picture of the man.
No.
They
They're
say
just
that the
saying.
picture was there, and that's where the gate opened. No, it was not. Yeah.
Thank you.
I surely wouldn't want it towed away again.
Did you speak to somebody at the time you left the vehicle?
It was after hours, but we left messages on their answering machine so they could get
You
it.
didn't speak to anybody?
No, so they could get it first thing in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
sorry.
And Your Honor, my stop doesn't have any record of any messages being left. Because I know that the dispatcher asked the next
Wait.
morning if there was
Okay,
anything,
hold on.
but the tow lines are 24 hours a day. So she could have
40
called the tow lines and gotten a hold of somebody and said that the vehicle was being left there, so there would have been a record.
Okay.
Your Honor, not
Right,
with the tow
and-
company. It was with the company that was gonna fix the car, not the tow company.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
And did you have anything else you wanted to add?
Yeah, Your Honor, I'm the one that towed the car out there. It's my car. I bought it from her. So basically, I had a friend on a car trailer haul it out there. When we rolled it off the trailer right where it's at, they're saying it's at, it rolled into that spot. We hooked it on a chain on it and pulled it forward to where it would not be blocking the gate because the gate doesn't. When we went out there and asked this Galvin to show, I asked him to show me with a picture of my car, which they're supposed to take before they impound it unless the state patrol or someone tells them to. They didn't have it. All she did was took a picture of the top of the gates while we were standing across from him 10 feet and tried to say, here it is. How would the guy know he's a custodian? He even said that, Galvin, and on the paper, it says his name. The law says 25 feet from the center of the lane out is owned by the government or the county. We weren't even, there's not even 25 feet between the center line to the fence. You see, and on those signs on the fence, she went back and took pictures. They don't say no parking or will be towed away. And the property's not theirs in the first place. It's a side of the road coming to the fence from the center line of the property. Why did the guy, if he was not wrong, show us a picture he just took? It's dated right on the top of the picture. It said the day that he just took it 5 minutes ago. That's kind of like lying to us, isn't it?
But it wasn't a picture of the car. It
There's
was
a
just
picture of the top of the fence. It's from the inside of the yard.
Mhm.
Where's the picture that the night they should have took a picture of the why they
At
impounded it?
11:03 PM.
Am I wrong or right?
They have photos of the car being put on the tow.
But it was not blocking, it's not blocking the
Did
deal.
they, is it just on the tow truck or did they take it before the tow truck hooked it up to it?
Just like the signs put up that say no parking there, they were put up after this.
No, well, I don't know. I haven't been back there.
I've been there several times. They should have known it was my car. They put the machine in it 2 days before that.
Well, we left messages with the Go and Go people.
When I called on the phone, the first two messages were busy. The third time they said your car's been impounded.
All right, Ms. Sellers, your position on the argument that it was on public property on the road, on the right of way and not on private property owned by Great Northwest. What are your thoughts on that?
It's private property. It's all fenced in and there's an area that's right outside the gate that is also owned. It's the whole thing. And then the road, I would say from the entrance to the fence to the roadway is probably, I don't know, 12 feet. And then it's the road. The road is public property, but it was not parked on the road. It was parked in the gravel area that's in between the road and the impound gate.
Not even a road.
I
The road,
believe that's Great Northwest property. Ms. Sellers.
I do believe it's Great Northwest property, correct? Sorry, Your Honor.
All right. There are a lot of different issues at play here, but it really comes down to one basic issue, which is I'm satisfied that the property that the vehicle was left on was Great Northwest Towing property. They did have signs up. It's not obvious on the sign from looking at a photo of the sign. It said Great Northwest Towing and had their phone number on it. But there is language above. Ms. Sellers has indicated under oath that that language says unauthorized vehicles prohibited or may be subject to tow, some wording to that effect. I couldn't read that on the photo, but I have no reason to doubt that she's accurate about the signs for her business. So based on that, I will find the tow and the impound was proper.
what about the easement of
I wish I had
the
my
county property? Hold on. The county owns so much after the side of the road.
You told me that, but The only evidence I have.
Well, you're a judge, you should know.
The only evidence I have is from his
No, that's
fellows
good.
in his property. I'll give you a copy of the.
Can I go out and get my phone and show you the pictures that I
No,
took?
we're not
It doesn't
doing
say
anything.
anything about, no, about
Okay.
Tony.
Thank you.
Oh my God, this is a scam. You know what? I
Want a
paid
copy
a
of
lot
this?
of money for my testing card. It's a lot.
Don't worry about the copy. All right. Ms. Sellers.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Well, that was fun. All right. All right. I have to go watch my nephew throw his life away now. Thank y'all for coming out. I appreciate it. I'll see you soon.